Hello Internet and War of the Visions players, I'm Jackie Fox, and today we're going to be talking about the Vision cards that we already know are coming up as a part of the crunch. And there's quite a few of them. I've already covered Sagahan Prince as a part of the 100 cost units video because I wanted to get the free units and free stuff out of the way first. But bottom line is, this is a very fast Esper. That's really what you need to know. And he's going to be free. But let's look at the things that you're going to have to save up and pull for. And the first one that I think, well, you know what, Dark Shiva isn't out yet. Let's talk about that. Probably will be out by the time you see this video, but we got increased agility by 15. That's all alone is already making it a great card. Critical evasion of 10, that's alright. Magic 38, that is especially impactful, I think, for just where water has always been, but also really impactful for new ice as well. A lot of great magic units in the new ice compositions. The unit effect is going to be AoE resistance 10 and magic up 10, which is just going to further push that. But maybe if you're running physical in one of these, you can kind of safely ignore this. Like, you know, how's your Heaven's Blade Howlet game? How's your Zoma game? That did you get the new Jaden? Those kind of things are going to determine whether you want to get this as an ice player. This is something that you'll probably more likely want as a water player. This is absolutely a great card for water. Yeah, I don't think water has that second agility card yet. Well, they do, but not at this high of a level. This would be a significant upgrade, although I think the other card is free, which is pretty cool. Also, while we're on the topic, let's talk about the Esper as well, because you're not just getting the card. So a lot of initial AP can get magic damage up 5%. Just across the board, all magic scaling damage up 5%, not just magic attack. All of it. Seeing some critical rate after accuracy, that looks good for just about everybody. Critical evasion, I'm not super psyched about. AoE resistance, though, is pretty good. So this is a good base for building off of. You have a lot of ways to go from here, but I think that these things are going to be most beneficial to everyone. Build your Esper how you want to build your Esper. But let's... I missed the builder. Okay, I can go to the builder. Because I want to see the stats, you know. 19 agility, this is quite a fast Esper. Other than Sagahan Prince, the 21 agility free Esper, I think that is going to be the fastest of the ones that we're going to be talking about here. Because I think Siren is only an 18. So yeah, you still have a bit of room to grow. You can't necessarily go all the way into magic resistance or slash resistance or any of that after you've picked all of this, but it's a pretty good base. Getting good magic on this Esper. Crit rate, stop resistance is pretty cool. AoE resistance, always helpful. Not a lot of accuracy, initial HP. These are a little spread out actually, but not a bad Esper. Definitely a good one to have on your team. If only just because 19 agility Espers are still sort of rare, and having that is great, and it's got some new stuff on it that's pretty cool. Just 5% magic damage up, you know, a lot of good stuff here. AoE resistance 5. So I guess the other Esper we're looking at is going to be Siren, Dark Siren, who looks very sunburnt and bleach blonde, sun bleached. So, let's see what we can do for this girl. She has the potential to go for a lot of accuracy, like that. Critical evasion, I can still skip that. Single target resistance, though, seems really good. And then reaction block rate into debuff effect weakening. So another Esper that's going to have one of these special bonuses here. It's quite good. This stacks in really well with the number of units that can get like 30 or 40 100% of this naturally, or maybe have the ability to do that and maybe buff it. There are also going to be vision cards that are going to increase this effect. So there are a lot of ways that you could potentially get this to just a point where you are ignoring debuffs entirely, which is... I mean, we used to have a lot of stats to do that, right? This is a major consolidation of what certain passives do. If you can get this effect onto characters, it does a lot of things. Like this is effect roll compression, so I think this is a really powerful one, and a reason that I really like Dark Siren. But let's look at her vision card. It's going to be another one you might want to save up for. Another reason why this is going to be crushing for water. But this is a very physical card, at least. Even though... Wait, is this another Agility 15 card for water? Oh, I'm so confused now. Why... Water went from having, like, one Agility 15 card to having 3 over the crunch. I mean, definitely good. Like, you could run this and the other on the same team and have maximum agility, even without a vow to meet again, which is the current Agility 15 card. But this isn't going to be... This isn't necessarily a card, like, this is a very physical card, whereas the other is a very magical card, so I don't see many teams where these would line up incredibly well with each other. But Human Killer 13 when attacking with physical attacks, and Strike Resistance 15 ain't bad. Kind of building into a future of having more strike resistance. Unit effects are going to be AoE resistance 10, critical evasion 10, and decrease evasion rate 5, which, come on, is critical evasion... Because we saw AoE resistance 10 previously. Is critical evasion so cool that you have to throw in decrease evasion rate 5? Just to piss on us. But that is Dark Siren. So those are the big spendy cards. And they're going to be really hard to pity. But the ones that are going to be easier for you to get are going to be... I believe they're like 60 cost. 60 cost cards. Now, these are going to be pitiable for 10k, so that's going to be pretty easy. And you can usually build them for, say, if you throw in some other resources other than Vizior. Worst case scenario is maybe 14,000. And build them quickly, within the week they're released. This is going to be a card for Axe, Spear, Fist, and Glove. And the Fist Glove synergy is strong in certain elements. I think especially Lightning and Fire could both really play with this card really well. But that's just not even counting. Well, there's not a lot of Axe units to play with, but there are a lot of new Lance-based units, so that's pretty cool for newer stuff. You know, you can work in Dialdo or New Jaden into this mix. It's going to increase slash resistance as the main thing, 24%. AoE resistance of 16% is going to make this make you really beefy against a lot of slash compositions. Acquired AP 50 is always welcome and is really going to help you AP fix if you need it. And sometimes that can be an issue for some of these. Like I was saying with when I was reviewing Alaya, she really has an issue with AP and having a really expensive kit, so acquired AP 50 would be really good for her specifically, but it helps out a lot of other units and can really stabilize some things that might have trouble sputtering along without it. In terms of the vision cards that are coming out, this is the one that I think I most want to pity, other than, oh man, I forgot about it, Fundamental Forces. So Fundamental Forces, we're going to be, the activation for this is Sword, Dagger, Gun, and Glove. It's going to be Evasion up, Critical Evasion up, and Slash Attack up, which is going to be, I think, really powerful for a lot of those folks. Maybe not so much the guns, but I know Addison Rae especially would really benefits from slash attack up. There's also going to be a bestowed effect of agility up, which is going to be super helpful for, again, that evasion theme. This is a very heavy evasion card, and hopefully magical to give full magic evasion teams for light, especially options that aren't Rob's vision card. But this is also going to stack with Rob's vision card to give you even more evasive teams as a way that they're really pumping up Elena as a way to smite the dark meta, hopefully. This card will also have the added bonuses of 10 light attack up for Elena and Lucio. We don't know what the stats are on this yet, but it looks like it's going to be a real beast of evasion, maybe even as high as 25. I think 20 is the highest now. And pretty good slash attack up as well, so it's looking pretty exciting. I also just really love the art for this card as well. But let's get back to the video as planned. That's also one that I'm pitying, but definitely for a different account. So strike account's pitying for Elias card, I think. If we can afford to, we're gonna have to go for Elia as well. I think that's the one that I feel like I can't miss. And then I guess my red mage and light is gonna go for fundamental forces. Another card that feels good out of these, I thought this one was interesting. It's likely to come soon. Getting some defense on it, which is going to help with Glaciella. It also gives, I think, basically any job that can equip it a bonus counter. I think, I don't know. It turns on a counter, you have to cast it, I think. Anyways, without those details, it does give AoE resistance 24. That alone is enough to be really, really special and worth writing home about. That's a new max. Acquired AP 40, while that is a really pretty low, since that tends to go from like 50 to 60, it still seems like a big number. It feels impactful, but I think one of the coolest is increased debuff effect weakening 25, because like I was saying with, I think it was maybe Dark Siren? Yes, Dark Siren. That, you know, being able to stack this effect up could make some units really resistant to being debuffed at all, which is pretty cool. And, you know, Chaos Siren plus this together is 45 debuff weakening effect on the unit that is equipping that Esper. So that's pretty cool. And the unit effect is just increase HP 9%, because you're also getting this this extra skill that's not really being described well here. Winner's flag. Okay. Sure. I guess she is flaggy glassy. Beach winter. Beach winter. Oh, cool. Oh man, I've translated all of it. The peak of Wu is far away. I think Bloody Road. Prince, Saga on Prince, I like it. Let's see. So Bloody Road I remember being a pretty good one because, you know, first of all, we've got knights, gunners, and mace. So 24 single target resistance. This is pretty much exciting to me for the same reason that 24 AoE resistance was. This is just kind of the other half of that coin. Increase reaction block rate by 32. I'm really starting to value this more and more, especially with the counters that are coming out in this crop of units. And you already know how I feel about increased agility 15. Very powerful. Are they running out of ideas? It feels like it, because we're getting a lot of increased agility 15, but maybe they're just trying to hit, well, no, two of these hit like elements, and two of them hit water. I don't know. I guess this is the thing that that gets us out and playing and pulling. But this looks like a really good card. Also, unit effect is increase attack 10%. Not huge, but acquired AP 30 seems pretty good. And could really help fix a unit like Melnier herself. You know, in addition to what was in her passive and what the AP restore that she can get from her kit, this would be good in helping to stabilize her as well. Let's see, we'll go with the Peak of Wu. Let's see here. These translations feel problematic. I guess this is magic and agility. So a little bit of agility on this card, I guess. Unit effects, increase magic and dark resistance. Interesting, a little specific, but I guess we're beating these two dark units down, so that's fair. On the card itself, it is going to give dark resistance 24. So for the unit that is equipping this card will give dark resistance 34, which is big. If you were personally trying to build into dark resistance teams and you have some of this stuff and you want to do that, this could be a really great card for you. Like, I could see this card and Chaos Siren on a team like Farm, Ketone, and Zizan the Unkillable as like a 3-color ninja evasion team with Human Killer. 20 Human Killer on physical attacks. That would be great for them. Slash attack resistance, penetration 35. That would be great for them. And dark resistance of 34 on one of them. That all sounds great. So pretty good. I would say that's solid if you were trying to fight dark. That is a very good anti-dark card. But also a good like slash benefits card. But really, I think you want to be fighting dark if you're going so specific as to pull for this card. And then the final one that we're gonna look at, this was, I gotta admit, like, while I love the art on this card, this is just so cool to me. Like, even these two in the background especially. But like that cocky face, and she just looks so confident and unconcerned. But that's some great art, I think. It comes with a little bit of defense on it. Attack 20 is, I guess, pretty good, but critical evasion 5 is a little weak for the unit effects. But then for the party effects, we're gonna have, I believe this is, oh no, this is Greatsword, Dagger, Katana, and Book. Increased debuff effect weakening 30, which is pretty good. I do like that for all the reasons I've said before. This is the highest version of that, so this will be helpful for those people if you're trying to go for that type of build. Also increases defense with defense on the card. Pretty good combination here. There's a couple of, I mean, this is a really good card for Bromwell, obviously. It makes a lot of sense for her as it was kind of, it came out with her. And also increased 25% HP. Also seems pretty strong, but this card has big sub energy to me. I'm not sure I can really explain it. Maybe it's just that it has HP up on it. But every time I see HP up, it's like, oh, well, that's basically the same on the sub slot. This is gonna be a sub VC. I'm not sure how debuff effect weakening stacks into sub, but you know, I'm less excited to pull for cards that are gonna be my sub VCs because the main VCs are gonna be more impactful over the team. So it feels a little weird to invest in something that, even if I do theoretically need it, I'm not going to be using to its full potential. So something that feels like a dedicated sub VC is something where it's like, I wouldn't kick it out of bed if I pulled it, you know. I wouldn't kick it off my account. But I'm not necessarily going to dedicate limited viz to a card like Elsorel's Soul Emission, despite how cool I think certain parts of it are, like the art or the debuff weakening effect. So that's going to be the VCs and the Espers, at least the ones that we know about. Other than the free Prince Sagahan Prince, which we talked about in the previous video, but just to at least talk about the VC. Pierce attack, critical evasion, and accuracy for Red Mage. So yay, free Red Mage card. Lance, just going to be able to really take advantage of the Pierce attack up. And then Bow, which is pretty commonly has like Lance or that type of stuff these days in its subs. So usually they can deal with the Pierce attack damage as well. It's a pretty cool combination. I'm also thinking like Duan would be able to benefit from the Pierce attack off of this because he's got like Dragoon sub. So lots of options for this, but really it is that 21 agility on the Sagahan Prince, the Esper that comes with this, that is really what makes it a big deal. Like this boy is fast when you finish his board. So with all of that being said, and with this funky looking fella staring us back in the face, switch to some art I like better actually. With this cool art staring us in the face, so with this objectively cooler art staring us in the face, I gotta say thank you for tuning in, thank you for watching. There are gonna be some more stuff that's coming out on JP, like especially, we know if Grifford just came out, then there's gonna be a new Axe VC, and that's good because they really need to get to 6, just like a couple other jobs. Seeing a new Bow VC would be cool too, so getting Bow in on that would be appreciated. But that's the crunch as we know it so far, and well, I guess until we know more, I've been Jackie Fox. Thanks for tuning in. If you like this video, like the video. You know, show YouTube that you like the video. Show me that you like the video. Subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions or anything like that, want to know my opinions on things, or want to be maybe involved, included in a comment response video later on, leave a comment in the comments where the comments go. And in the description box where the description goes, look for that Linktree link that's going to lead you to the rest of the Jackie Fox Media Empire, being video, audio, podcast, books, Discord, if I can get people together, games, tournaments, that kind of thing, online, and, you know, ways to support the channel so that I can keep doing what I'm doing. And even if you do none of that, the one thing that remains true is that I will see you in the next one.